Got a rather quick but sick video for you guys today, as we will be covering the time that Frank Castle's Punisher came face to face with Wolverine and engaged in possibly one of the most disturbing face-offs in comic history. This one is rather gross, so grab the barf bag, sit back, relax, and enjoy the full gory story of Punisher vs. Wolverine. What is it? The battle between these two iconic Marvel characters happened between issues 16 and 17 of the Garth Ennis run of Punisher comics back in the early 2000s. This set of issues focuses on the Punisher, who was investigating a mob where a mysterious party was abducting mob members where they would torture them and cut off their legs. Being disturbing in itself, Frank went to his usual brand of justice where he planned to punish both parties. It is during his investigation to the mob that we come across our boy Wolverine, looking extra hairier and smellier than ever, where he was trying to peacefully have a drink in a bar. As usual though, some guy of lower level intelligence would of course come to pick a fight with Logan, which resulted in the man channeling his inner Hugh Jackman, where he took on the entire bar, slicing and dicing into every poor dude who got in his way. After the carnage was through, Wolverine heard what sounded like a chainsaw going off harder than Patrick Bateman's workout music. He then discovered a severed pair of legs that were not from his attack, where he then noticed a bloody trapdoor that led underground. Punisher's travels would then lead him to a nightclub, where he would discover a similar scene that led him to the caves as well. As the two made their way through the creepy caverns, it would cause the two testosterone-filled titans to run into each other, both mistaking the other as the leg-slicing killer. Logan would then lunge at Frank, only for the guy without hesitation to pull out his boomstick and blow the mutant's face clean off, revealing his shiny adamantium skull. Man, I haven't seen something so both simultaneously gross and cool since the Terminator cut off his skin and revealed his metal arm in Terminator 2. Honestly, one of the best movies of all time. Not happy about losing his not-so-pretty face, Wolverine brutally sliced into Punisher, leaving the man a wounded, bloody mess on the ground. Logan then prepared to go in for the kill, only for Frank's adrenaline to kick in, where he grabbed him, only for Wolverine to toss the dude into a nearby wall. Things playing into Frank's hands, he then grabbed a trusty nearby bat, and when Wolverine made his way into the room, he clocked the mutant right in the X-family jewels. As Wolverine writhed over in pain, Punisher would waste no time as he then grabbed a container of gasoline and doused the man with it. He then lit a match and prepared to have a nice Logan Yule log, only to be greeted by the true culprits behind all the leg slicing, which was a fun-sized mafia. Not about to be taken out like this, the men temporarily put their differences aside and combated the seemingly endless army, which eventually ended with both of them being overpowered. Met by the group leader, the mini mobsters wanted the men to work for them, only for Frank to come up with the ingenious idea of mocking Wolverine's height, which then caused him to lash out, attacking the leader and his minions. The duo managed to take cover by a nearby steamroller, where Wolverine thanked Frank for the motivation back there, only for Punisher to respond by now shooting the dude right back in the groin. Guys, if they ever meet up in the MCU, let's please agree just to keep John Bernthal far away from Hugh Jackman. Please, for Hugh's sake. Leaving Wolverine as bait for the mob, Punisher blasted who he could as he got to safety. The men then got a hold of Wolverine, where they planned some sweet revenge, and grabbed the chainsaw, where they began to tear into Logan's legs. Not taking too kindly to getting the entire Saw franchise's worth of body horror happen to him in one comic, Wolverine then sliced off the leader's legs, where the rest of the men then were blown to pieces by Castle. Not too happy with the gruesome injuries he faced because of Punisher, Wolverine crawled after him to get his vengeance, only for Frank to put a semi-permanent end to their feud by nonchalantly walking up to the nearby steamroller, turned it on, and then drove up to Logan, who begged for him not to do what he was thinking. Of course not listening, Frank then drove over the mutant, flattening him to bits, and then parked the machine over his crushed body, leaving only his big meaty hairy claws exposed. Yeah, let's second that on keeping John and Hugh far away from each other as much as humanly possible. Hugh is far too handsome for this brutality. And that is the full gory story of Punisher vs. Wolverine. This certainly was a wild one, and honestly, given this kind of violence, you'd swear this was from the Boys comic instead of Marvel. Garth Ennis is insane, and we all love him for it. While I highly doubt we'd ever see anything on this magnitude in the MCU, it would be awesome to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Jon Bernthal's Punisher cross paths in an upcoming project. More than anything, I want to hear what you think. Did you know this story? Was there something I missed? What other characters would you like to see us cover? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the music in this video, it was all made by my boy Agnes. You can check out his Spotify in the link below. You can also check out our Patreon, also in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.